What's up, everyone? I want to address this Jackson situation again. I also want to address what James Jackson did a video talking about Paris Jackson. He was during a video. He did a video going off on Cuntalexis24. He went off on her. And I agree with everything he said about that thing, that girl right there. I agree with everything he said about her. But I did videos on Paris Jackson too, and I said, she shouldn't be tweeting family business. And but I tell you what, she did damage. Paris Jackson did damage, and I think James Jackson, and I know you don't really care for white people that much, and so but Paris Jackson, she can only do so much damage. And I know you thinking, well, she a white girl, taking the black man's money, and I feel you on that, but sometimes your own relatives can harm you just as worse. As a white person, as a non-relative, as a racist, your own damn relatives can do you in. And my perfect example of that is LaToya Jackson. Now, no matter what Paris Jackson can tweet, it will never, I mean never, outdo the harm that LaToya Jackson has caused the family. Now this is blood now. Michael Jackson's blood. And we wonder why Michael Jackson didn't care about blood relatives, didn't trust relatives. He trusted friends more than he trusted relatives. As we can see who he left his kids to. He left his kids to Diana Ross, but first he left them to his mom. But if mom couldn't take him, he was gonna leave him to Diana Ross. And see, Michael Jackson was betrayed by his own blood relative. He was first betrayed by Jermaine Jackson when Jermaine Jackson did that song dissing him. Then years later, he was betrayed by his own sister. Now, we all can talk about Paris and her tweeting all we want, but it pales in comparison of the damage that this heifer did, that LaToya Jackson did. I mean, she destroyed the family. I'm amazed that her dad forgave her. I'm amazed Michael Jackson forgave her. She called Michael Jackson child molester, betrayed Michael, said that he did it. She said Michael Jackson was responsible for killing 3T's mother, as I've read in the report. She also, and I've seen this on the interview, she said Joe Jackson, her father, sexually molested them, held guns to their heads, and all type of stuff. But she also claims she did it out of fear of her husband or whatever. I really don't believe that shit. I don't know. Maybe she did. They said she was. I don't know, man. The girl was so fucked up in the head. I don't know what to believe. But this is a betrayal from hell. This is a blood relative. This is not nobody white. This is not Michael Jackson kids. This is Michael Jackson's sister. On your own blood. Just doing a Judas on you. Just betraying you to the ultimate betrayal. I know we talk about Paris airing out the family dirty laundry, but goddamn, Paris can't hold a candle to LaToya Jackson. Cannot hold a candle to the scandal, to this scandalous ass bitch. I mean, she was scandalous, but Michael Jackson found it in his heart to forgive her. Man, found it in his heart to forgive her. The family forgave her. They still love her. They forgave her. You know, so if they can forgive LaToya, damn it, I know they can forgive Paris. All Paris wanted to do was talk to her grandmama. All Paris wanted to do was talk to her grandmama, and she threw a tantrum and she didn't want to give her phone to Janet. That's the worst thing she done. You can't compare. None of us can compare to what Paris did to what LaToya did. Tried to destroy the family. And I think LaToya is a grown ass woman, and she had a choice. You know. But I think she claimed that her ex-husband said he was going to kill Michael if she didn't tell the lies or something like that. I don't know. But man, she did a lot of damage, I tell you that. She did a lot of damage. So I don't get caught up in it. I try to use my own judgment on things. I'm not the person that just I'll be like, yeah, I know there's some white folks out there that I don't even want to say white folks. I know there's a energy out there that's against the black Americans. I know that there's an evil out there that's against the black nation. I know that. And a lot of times that evil is within our own community. Our own families can be just as evil as another race. Can do just as much harm as another race. Can do just as much harm. A non-family member can do just as much harm as a family member. A family member can do just as much harm as a racist. So man, you really just have to use your own judgment. Keep your circle close. Keep your friends close and your enemies even closer. However it go. I don't keep my enemies nowhere around me because I try not to have none. But it is what it is, man. You know, when we think about what LaToya did to what Paris did, I think we should lighten up. I think we can say, whoo, blow a sigh of relief and be like, well, Michael Jackson loved his kids. The kids, she's a young girl, she's a teenager. She's experiencing freedom for the first time in her life. And she's just behaving like the typical teenager. Maybe she's behaving like a spoiled, rich, privileged teenager that gets a lot of attention. She hasn't really been groomed for it. Because nobody's really raising her, if you think about it. Nobody is raising them kids. Grandma too old. I think those kids should have went to Rebe Jackson. I think they really need a mother. They really need a strong parental figure in that house, and they don't have it. That's why Paris can tweet the way she tweets. You can tell by her tweets there's no strong parental figure there. Everybody, TJ is not the one. TJ is too fucking nice. They look at him as a big brother. He's not the one. Those kids, I think they should have. I think Reby should have been there. I think they, or I think they should have went under Reby or Janet. They need a strong motherly figure. Catherine is too old. She should be resting. She shouldn't have to worry about Michael Jackson kids. But though, like I said, either Reby or Janet. And Reby probably would be the best option because Janet don't have any kids. But I wouldn't be against them going back to Debbie Rowe. You know, if all else fails, I wouldn't be against them going back to Debbie Rowe. But Debbie Rowe didn't want kids. You know, I think Paris. I think right now, you know, this is 14 is one of those rebellion start. 14 years old is the beginning stages of a rebellion with teens. Paris is gonna start. This is the beginning of Paris's anger. She's gonna start being angry. She's gonna start thinking about her dad, Michael Jackson. She's gonna start thinking about, you know, her real mom. She's gonna start thinking about why her mom didn't want her. She's gonna start thinking about if Michael Jackson is her real dad, is he her biological dad? Why isn't he my biological dad? She's gonna start wondering that. She's gonna start wondering who is her real father if it ain't Michael Jackson. She's wondering all. She's gonna start wondering. She's gonna be a troubled teen, I think. Those kids are gonna be troubled because they're not related to Jacksons by blood. Then their real parents don't want them. So it's gonna be. They're gonna have a troubled. They're gonna have a troubled teen. They're gonna have troubled teen years, man. They're gonna rebel like the above average teenage rebellion. They're gonna rebel hard. They might even go. I mean, this is gonna affect them psychologically, man. Debbie Rowe didn't really want kids. She did that for Michael. She had Paris and Blanket for Michael. Then she couldn't take it and she ran away. She got divorced. She didn't want to deal with it. She ran away back up in the hills somewhere. Left the kids with Mike. And we know how unstable and self-hating Mike is. And every picture you see of Paris with Mike, it is always a young version of Michael. It's always the version of Michael that she never knew. The dark Michael. So you got to wonder, is that affecting her psychologically or not? Why did my dad do that to his face? You know? Man. But I feel for those kids, man, because they're going to have a hard time, man. Money does not make you happy. Money does not. Only thing money do is keep the bill collectors from calling, okay? That's all money do. Money is not a real comfort. When you got money, it's nothing. It's just like drinking water. Okay, I got money, no big deal. That's not gonna be. That money is not their savior. You know, these kids need good parenting, and they need to be analyzed mentally because they may be screwed up in the future. They may get real screwed up in the head because they're gonna start trying to in the future. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna start looking for the real parents, especially Blanket, because don't nobody know who his mom or dad is. So it's gonna be fucked up. The Paris and Prince, they gonna start looking for their real parent. They know who Deborah is, but they gonna start looking for their real dad. Blanket po boy, he gonna start looking for his real parents when he get older enough. old enough. So the Jacksons, they just really need to show those kids love. They really just need to be there for them kids. They really need to show them love. All the siblings need to show those kids love, man, because those kids need love. They need tough love. They need discipline. They need good parenting. And they lost that when Michael died. Peace out.